Hey, good morning. The road warriors are getting a little weary today. We're somewhere in Joplin, Missouri, and kind of been on the highway more than on 66 this morning just to get a little road behind us. And I finally gave in, and look where we're at. So, yeah, we're gonna do this morning. She's laughing at me. Would you like to check?
So, yeah. I'm ready to get out of the car.
Why Route 66? Why don't you just drive on the interstate? It's a lot faster. Well, today we have been on the interstate a little bit more than normal, but once we got back off on 66, we found this. I don't know how many over there, maybe like 10 or so, I don't know. And then there's another pack of them down this way. So yeah, these are the kind of things you see when you get off the interstate and just get on the mother road or any other state highway. So that was pretty random. It wasn't any of the books or anything we saw to be on the lookout for, but it was pretty darn cool. So Pam's back there guarding the Jeep. Yeah, she sees the ones that are down over here now. And me, I'm walking down this path here. And being the guy that I am, I keep watching for rattlesnakes. So God knows when one's gonna jump out at me. And yeah, so you can't see these guys too well, but they're down there. There's about 4 of them down there. And maybe couple that are making their way there now. So yeah, that was pretty crazy. Camels on the middle of Oklahoma. We're like, I don't know, somewhere, not Oklahoma. We're not in Oklahoma. Did I say we're in Oklahoma? We're in Missouri. Somewhere in Missouri. We're between Joplin and Springfield, somewhere along there. So, but I couldn't tell you where. So, but all right, so we're gonna hit the highway. If I can get over to the Jeep without getting bit by a rattler. So, all right, see you guys on the road.
Okay, so we stopped at the Sinclair station. Where are we at?
You're in Parita, Missouri.
Parita, Missouri. And this is George.
I'm George. How y'all doing?
And he is the current owner. And he says he's shy, but we don't quite believe him.
It's true.
But he's going to give us the history on
Just
this.
a quick rundown, yeah.
Yeah.
Take a look at this photo right here. That couple right there on the left is Fred and Gay Mason.
Okay.
And they put all this together in 1926.
Wow.
And that's what the store looked like back then.
Just this little building, right?
Right.
Wow.
And back then, they heard that Route 66 is coming through. So they put together the rock garage down the lane there. The gas station here. And I don't know if you can see through this window, but that's a hibiscus hedge. And right where that is, there were 3 cabins back there. More properly, they'd have been called motor courts because they had the little carport.
Oh.
You could have rented them for $1 a night.
Dang.
The bad joke is, nobody had $1 back then. Having said that mess, they did fair enough of a business where they were able to build a house where Barbara and I live now in 1930.
Wow.
So these folks were in a little bit better stead than most folks.
Right.
Most folks, you know, they had a real good location, and I have to admit, it was probably a captive audience at the time.
Right,
Yeah.
sure. I mean,
An
absolutely.
absolute necessity, really.
Yeah, for sure. So we're gonna take a walk outside, see what's out there.
Only 2 kinds of folks drove Packards. Gangsters and movie stars.
Yeah.
So it'd never be a cop car. And your second clue is it's a coupe.
Right, right. No doubt.
Of course.
Uh-huh.
And that one runs.
Really?
And then this old rust bucket here with an umbrella on his head,
Yeah.
that's a 28 International. That one runs.
Really?
Yes, ma'am. And I got a big old truck in the garage.
So we're going
That's
into the
old
garage
Pepsi
now.
machine, probably from the late 60s, early 70s.
Wow. And I remember cigarette machines too.
This one right here. This one
cigarette
here is from the
machine?
1950s.
Oh my gosh.
I never paid a quarter for a pack of smokes, but I paid 40 cents.
Wow.
What year did you say the Ford was? 48?
1948.
Oh,
And that's a 1950s gas pump to the left of that.
okay.
Yeah.
Here's a Neptune motor right out of the 1930s.
Uh-huh.
And that was made in Muncie, Indiana.
Really?
Wow. That's crazy.
So we're done here. It was really interesting. George is very informative, real character, fun to talk to. So we've seen all we can see here, so we're gonna head on down the road.
Okay, so this stop, somewhere in Missouri, on our way to Springfield, it's called the Devil's Elbow. So you can see this is not Route 66, but there's a bridge that goes over this creek here. We'll show you in a minute. But it was built in 1923, then another one in 40 something. But anyways, the reason they call it the Devil's Elbow, which you probably can't see from here, there's a big bend there. When they, the loggers used to send the logs down the river here, they get jammed up in the corner here, and it got the nickname of the Devil's Elbow from that. So we had to do a little driving back here, which was pretty cool, but that's all we got for this one. We're gonna head eastbound from here. Okay, so this is the bridge I was talking about. Original one was in the 20s, then later redone in the 40s, and I'm sure it's had some repairs over the years since then. Yeah, so the elbow is down there, way down there. I'm on the other side of it from that beach that I was just on, recording on. So really neat. And for the record, this is Route 66, the road here. So if you take Route 66, you come right across this. And there's a couple little things you can check out in, I don't know if you want to call it a town or just a few houses together, but it's pretty neat. So a lot of history on this road, and we're, let's see, we're somewhere towards about 100 miles from St. Louis, I think, somewhere like that, maybe a little bit more than that. And we're headed that way, so be driving through St. Louis. I think once we get into Illinois, we're going to be going east, where 66 goes north. So not sure how much we're going to be able to get done in Illinois. So anyways, we're back on the road.
I know that you're curious, I know that you're strong, but life can be furious and things can go wrong. You go, we're better off tomorrow, but who knows if we get joy or sorrow. Stay true to that fire in your heart and your soul. Don't drench your desire in what you can't control. We fly, try so hard to get there, and we might be lost but not forever.
Okay, so that's a wrap. What'd you think of that? Hopefully you enjoy that series. That was roughly 3,500 miles, about 10 days. We were pretty wore out when we got back. It took us about a day to recover from that and resting and stuff like that. So, but the Jeep itself, the Jeep did incredible. Whether it was on the highway going out there and coming back or on the trails in Moab, it did an incredible job. We knew it'd do good on the trails, just wasn't sure how it'd be on the highway going that far for that long. So I was beyond impressed with it. The whole thing, for me, started out as an adventure, going out to Moab, going on these incredible trails. which we were able to do. But along the way, it kind of transformed into something else. A little bit more about the people that we met on these back roads and places we would stop, and just talking to them and hearing their stories. You know, there's some people out there that have some pretty incredible stories out there, and it's just a matter of slowing down long enough to talk to them and just listening to them. And I was just like blown away with some of the stories I heard. One thing I realized too when we got back is I didn't do nowhere near enough recording of all this stuff to provide content for this channel. There's so much more that could have been captured, and so I've learned from that, and it'll get better. And yeah, we do have some trips planned for the future, and hopefully you've already hit the subscribe button. But if you haven't, do that now, and join us on more trips and other things we do on the channel. Also, if you like these kind of videos, definitely hit the like. It's encouragement, you know, to see, you know, the likes and comments, and to know that people are that they like this stuff, right? But even more than that, you know, if you haven't watched the series, go watch the series. But leave a comment in one of the videos. If you've been to one of those places, let me know. Like, what was your experience there like, and what did you do? And share your story, because I just love sharing the stories, right? It's cool to hear other people's stories and things they've done and seen, and ideas like that. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed the series. We'll definitely have more content like this in the future. And until then, we'll see you guys on down the road. Okay, so now you know it. We're taking the Rubicon to Moab.
Where do you think we'll
Stop.
Is it too early to get ice cream?
And here we are, downtown Moab. I swear this thing's rocking.
We're riding coast to coast. It's called the Trans-American Trail.
Father and son taking this trip. Have you noticed a lot of these conversations have been at gas stations? So at the Indian Market in Continental Divide, okay, so that pops, and I ran into Andrew. We have one thing in common. Actually, we have two. Not only are we both good looking, but this guy's very tall.
You're in Freedom, Missouri.
This is George.
I'm George. How y'all doing?